I'm at 818 Spring Mill Ave, and this is a skylight leak that is pretty serious. It's coming in multiple locations along this back edge, and the well inside, drywall well, goes down about 2 or 3 feet. The angle changes at the bottom, but the whole back edge of the well down in this area is just saturated. There's a big drying operation going on in there because of all the moisture. In examining this flashing system, first of all, I don't know if this is a Velox skylight. It looks like a knockoff. It doesn't have the typical Velox flashing components. It looks like it's just a welded curb, and then there's allowance for step flashing on the sides and an allowance for an apron flashing in the back, which was never installed. But I don't know if the camera picks it up or not, but there's a bubble in the shingles right here. There's a bubble in the shingles right there. And that usually is an indication that either the plywood buckled back there or the flashing system buckled. Something is moving back here, and that's possibly the cause of the sudden extreme leak. I really don't know if you could call this a specific event problem, extreme weather, but if the plywood buckled, and we won't know till we take this all apart. If the plywood buckled, then you know, you'd have to look at it like that. But the plan right now is to get this temporarily sealed. It's Wednesday morning around 11 o'clock, I guess now. But we're expecting rain tomorrow night. We obviously want to get this opened up and repaired. So the plan is to remove the shingles back here, do what we can to the substrate, whatever's necessary. We'll get pictures if we see anything unusual. And once that substrate's secure, we'll put a membrane over top of that, ice and water shield membrane, and reinstall the existing shingles with sealant. You know, lots of mastic, because there'll be so many holes in the shingles from previously being nailed. So they have to go back with a mastic to secure everything. So after doing all that, I would think that we'll be secure here on the back of this skylight. Now, just to be clear, this skylight is about 4 feet from the hip. You can see the ridge vent right up here. And this was one of the areas I checked. I wanted to make sure that the ridge vent wasn't the problem and the water was coming in as a result of that and just hitting the skylight and then coming in. But it looks to be fine up here. I don't see any indication that the ridge vent is failing or had been loosened up or anything like that. It's pretty secure, and it just seems like it's not the problem. But when we get out here tomorrow, we're going to open this up a little more carefully and see what we can find, if anything, that would explain what actually happened. Because even though I'm looking right at this, I still don't see any clear-cut explanation, and there should be, because of all the water that's in there. So I'm going to have to just wait to hear what the roofers find when they tear this open, and examine it underneath the shingles to see if there's a better explanation, because there really isn't anything superficially. There's no cracks in the shingles. This roof is cracking to some degree, but not anything that would explain the leak they're having. So, you know, not all information is in as of this point. We're going to have to get a little more information to be clear on what exactly happened here. So we'll be back tomorrow to get this tight, opened up, and hopefully understand what actually happened, and get that report to you shortly.